What is going on, everyone? My name's Boit, and I'm back with some more Age of Mythology. The Titans action spawning in the left side of the map in the blue color, playing as Kronos. His name is Shadowfaxx. His opponent today, in the red color, playing as Thor. His name is Ognennyj. Game number 3, ladies and gentlemen. A spicy matchup here, though, as we jump into this one. Kronos versus Thor. And look at what Shadowfaxx has decided to do here. Shadowfaxx throwing down a mana for some reason at this moment, but Shadowfaxx has decided to not put an economic guild down. What does this mean? It means Kronos Rush, baby! He could probably hit a 355 here or go for the 5 villager one, which might hit like a 330-ish if he's lucky. But we'll see how things are going to go. But a Kronos Rush on a map like this with secondary hunt and also Ognennyj not finding it, though he could basically guarantee that there's hunt right here. Bam. This is one of the little tricks of competitive Mega Random is if you scout half of the map from one side and there's nothing there, and I think you should do this. So what you do is you look at where your home resources are, your home berries or chickens, and you scout the opposite side to that, and you go boom, 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 and you go, okay, if there's nothing here, then I'm going to send my villagers straight outside, and they're going to see hunt there 100% of the time, every time, because that's how this map spawns. So you know. So you can take those sorts of advantages, if you like, with those sort of scouting ideas. And no matter what, you will be on your second hunt by about a minute, I would guess, at the very latest. But we'll see how things are going to go here, because the problem with this sort of a situation for Ognennyj is he's got 300, 600, 900, 1200 food here, which if he gets pushed off it, he's going to have a tough time defending. He's also got this gold mine here as well that's relatively exposed. Everything is on this side. And if Shadowfaxx spots it, which it looks like his scouts are basically already in position to spot it as he moves in over here with the Oracle, he basically knows that there's hunt on this side here, though it could potentially be over here, but he basically knows as he spotted it with his Oracle as well, though whether or not he was actually paying attention there remains to be seen. But this is going to be a brutal rush. As the temple is now up, Shadowfaxx, 0 food. In the bank, he is definitely going for that 355 advance time. And it looks to me like he's basically going to get it. I don't see him not getting it here. And at the very least, it'll be a 356. But there we go. The resources are in. This is going to be a brutal attack. Villager finishes up there. Prometheus coming through. Villager now jumping onto the gold, as we see onto the wood here as well. One idea here with this sort of a rush would be an Oracle hero rush instead of the slower Terma heroes. So what the idea would be is you get focus, you get a handful of extra heroes or oracles out, and you manually create a handful of oracles. And what that does is it means you can go up to like 5, 6 oracles for a 355. Yes, it does slow down your production of Terma or your production of Mermillo or whatever you want to build there, but you're going to get those units for the rest of the game anyways, and you push off the hunt much, much easier than if your Oracle is just kind of jabbing away. And you can see, look at the resources here for Shadowfaxx. You can easily afford it if you just gear into a couple more villages onto gold, because the Oracle heroes cost something like, what is it, 40, 65 gold or something? I can't remember. They're considerably expensive, but they're free. So it's well worth doing it. And then the Oracles actually only cost 25 food, 35 gold as well. As we do see the Promethean offspring coming through. Freya is on the way. Those Prometheans want to spot that temple, and they have spotted it here. Deconstruction, 100% going to come down there every single time. We'll see if Ognennyj can get his temple up in time. He needs to put that up with both of these military units, though, because it takes around about 30 seconds, and he's already past 50% there. So we'll see if he gets it up in time. There's a house going down. The Promethean coming over here, going to harass the villagers on this position. And there, the double units coming in to get this temple up. The question is, will it come up in time? He's got about 6 seconds to finish this one. I'm not sure it's going to come up in time as Ognennyj loses out on the free Valkyrie. That's brutal there for Ognennyj. He's not going to be able to use that one to go and harass Shadowfaxx's main base, as the units do spot the the gatherers coming in, and it looks like the military barracks now coming through. Forest fire coming in onto this position as the villagers trying to make their way back. Can he get these villagers back home? He's going to be able to keep them all alive. Almost coming back. We do see the Oracle comes in one whack there, and it is down. First blood has been drawn as those Promethean offspring going to be retreating away up to the top side there. Do we see a counter barracks? Yes, we do. It's getting time shifted forward as well. One of the weaknesses of time shifting these forward is that the units actually start training considerably later. And funnily enough, I think for the most part, the amount of time it takes to actually time shift the counter barracks forward, you can probably just send the unit forward anyways. Time shift, a little bit of a noob trap in a way. I don't like using that term, but it is a little bit of a noob trap in that you probably don't gain anything from doing it. Yes, there's maybe a couple of the Terma popping out. No, even then, I think the Terma would, or the Mamilla would hit the front before they would have otherwise hit the front, if that makes any sense. But Shadowfaxx now, who's opened up this position, the Cryoballister coming through, going to start getting some damage done here as the house coming up over here as well. Mamillo pushing forward, and we do see the Mamillo getting some damage done onto this position. And now no gold remaining here for Ognennyj. How many units does he have out here is the big question. A handful of raiding cavalry coming out. And he has to fight here. The watchtower on the front here also not defended in the slightest from Ognennyj. This is incredibly difficult here now for Ognennyj to defend. He had this beautiful, natural, defensive position here with that forest, but burning that down opens this up. The Cryoballister here searching for a little bit of damage. You have to be a little bit careful with these ones because they die very, very fast, and you can speed walk them away, which we do indeed see Shadowfaxx is aware of there as he gets them back. As we're starting to see a little bit of damage coming back onto Ognennyj. He cannot afford to take this damage here. He needs to basically villager fight here to some degree. As he's trying to get some gold back and gets pushed off with this gold mine, pulling back into the home base. He could go for a sneak on a gold mine, but unfortunately for Ognennyj, the game is over before it begins, and the series is over for Ognennyj as well here. Super unfortunate. He gets hit with kind of two bad situations, quote unquote, here in this series. The first one where he got hit on the water map there for the first game, and this game here gets hit with a bit of a difficult matchup with Thor versus Kronos. It's definitely winnable from the Thor perspective. You just got to play it a little bit better. You got to not burn this down. You got to defend your tower. You got to get watchtowers up. You got to ensure that temple comes back up if it gets deconstructed. Shadowfaxx's timing was not correct there. The temple could have come up with the Herser, Ulfsark building it in tandem there, no problems. Lots of mistakes here from Ognennyj, and Shadowfaxx makes him pay. An easy victory here goes on to the second round. The second round isn't quite safe. The second round is going to be very tough. There's only strong players. Not that any of these players in the first round aren't strong, but the level jumps up considerably going into the round of 16. When we get to the round of 8, you get your free life to survive there. But we'll see how that one's going to go. If you guys enjoyed this game, please consider the follow on the Twitch. If you're on the YouTube, hit that subscribe button. And I will see you guys in the next game.